I want to take a moment and speak to the supporters of the Vine at the end of 2011. 2011 was an amazing year at the Vine, and that was enabled by you and your prayer and your financial support, and we could not have done it without you. I say that with every one of these videos I send out, but I just want you to know that you are playing an integral part in us doing church, and we couldn't do it without you. Over the course of 2011, we saw significant growth. We're probably up to about 100 people that would call us, the Vine, their church home, and we have 50 official members, and so that is good. It's been great to see a community develop. We launched 5 small groups. We call those city groups. I saw many of our people reaching out together in their small groups to those that don't know Jesus. That's one of our main goals, that our small groups would be on mission together, and I think that has been happening this year. Another really amazing thing that happened this year is my small group. We got to participate quite a bit in the ministry of CareNet and the Elizabeth House, which is a home for young women that are pregnant and don't have many resources. We got to see some relationships develop with these women, and one woman in particular, Jasmine, and seeing her go through a really, really tough time this year and us walk with her through that has been amazing, and that process just continues to happen. And so we're so thankful what God's doing and has done and will do in Jasmine's life. Our leadership of the Vine feels strong and healthy, and we continue to look forward to developing more leaders at the Vine. Our goal as a church is to raise up leaders for the sake of reduplication and see a community that takes seriously Jesus' mandate to go and disciple all peoples of the world for the sake of His glory. Are we succeeding at that? Well, I don't know if we're succeeding. I'm not sure what success even looks like, but I know that we're attempting to be faithful to that. And I can look back at 2011 and say that we didn't give up, and we worked hard, and we weren't perfect, but we sought to be faithful. And so we're looking towards that in 2012 as well, and we ask that you would stand by us again in 2012 so as we seek to just do church as God intended the church to be. So on that note, we're probably going to need some extra help over the course of the next 2 years or so. For me personally, I raise support prayerfully and financially, and we've had some people over the last 18 months or so drop off, and we know that would happen, but in terms of how our finances look based on who's coming to our church and the size of our church and our needs as a pastoral team and what's coming in the future, we know that we're going to need to continue to raise support. And so that maybe could come in the 3 different ways for some of you watching this right now. We'd love to prayerfully consider one of these or all of these. The first way is that for some of you, I've talked about raising support and being on our support team for 3 years. And for some of you, we'd love to ask you to consider 4. And so just keep that automatic withdrawal, just leave it alone for another year. That would help us a lot. We can see that probably coming, the need for that. So I'll probably be talking to some of you about that in the next few months or year. And so just be thinking about that. Would you be willing to just stay on the team for another year beyond 3 years? That would be the first way. The second way is really easy, and I talked about this in the last video, but I'm trying to raise up Amazon.com team, and I have a blog that most of you probably know about, some of you read, and I generate money that supports our family through that blog. And the way that happens is by people buying things from Amazon.com by simply clicking on the ad on my blog, and you'll see a picture here. So clicking on the ad on my blog and then buying whatever you want. So instead of going to Walmart, instead of going to Walgreens, instead of going to Costco, look at Amazon.com. Our family has pretty much switched to that because A, we don't have to go out and fight crowds, and B, a lot of times it's cheaper. And so when you do that, when you just simply click on my blog and make that your portal to get to Amazon and then buy whatever you want, we get a commission, usually about 7%. And that adds up. And this past year, that equated to a real good part-time job for me. And if that could increase, that would be great. I'm feeling like I need to probably quit at Apple in the near future. The retail thing is just kind of wearing me down. And It's just not really working with the increased leadership load of 2012 that's going to come from the Vine. I'm still going to stay engaged with those that don't know Jesus, and there's lots of ways that's happening through our neighborhood, through jazz gigs, and through the things that the kids are involved in. But I think our time at retail is winding to a close, so I need to replace that income somehow. And then finally, you could just make a year-end gift. All you gotta do is go to thevinemadison.org, click on donate, and then you could adjust your monthly giving, or you could just make a one-time gift when you go to the website that's linked when you go to vinemadison.org and click on donate. So again, we just thank you for being with us in 2011. It's been a great year. We couldn't do it without you. We love you. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much.